The Collapse of Communism, a manifesto for why it was doomed from the start. One can only assume Karl Marx was utterly lacking in both writing ability and economic nous, for how else to explain the complete train wreck that is Capital? Within its ponderous pages lies not even a shred of rational thought or cohesive argument, only an impenetrable word salad of Germanic bleating about surplus value, means of production and other theoretical constructs utterly detached from reality. Any reader daring enough to embark on this dreadful tome quickly finds themselves lost in a dense thicket of jargon, half-baked theories and nonsensical ranting. Pages drag on for paragraphs without a single full stop to offer respite from the onslaught of turgid verbiage. One can't help but marvel at Marx's almost supernatural ability to transform the dismal science of economics into the dismal art of putting readers firmly to sleep. Few works in the history of printed word have tested patience and staying power like Capital, appropriately so, as it preaches a doctrine that similarly drained the vigor from countless souls who tried fruitlessly to enact its muddled visions. Indeed, the text seems almost purposefully written to obfuscate and confuse rather than illuminate. One searches in vain for coherent examples or clear analyses to ground the rambling theoretical framework, but concrete application of ideas would surely only reveal the holes, forcing Marx to acknowledge reality's stubborn refusal to conform to his political fancies. So deliberately abstruse is the writing that even Marxist acolytes admit the bulk of the text requires interpretation to decipher its true meaning, which of course allows for convenient hand-waving away of its abundant theoretical faults. For what kind of half-baked economist proposes revolution as the cure for the structural fluctuations of free markets, which correct themselves? Marx exhibits not a shred of understanding of basic capitalism's internal dynamics and incentives. Instead, he dwells in fanciful imaginings of utopian, communal harmony that ignore humanity's inherent self-interest. His solutions boldly ignore the realities of scarcity, specialization, and personal ambition that have driven economies for centuries. It's hardly surprising they have so miserably failed each time enforced. One suspects Marx's one true skill lay not in economics, but in rationalizing his own indolence and bitterness through baroque theoretical constructs. But what else could one expect from the man who could spend decades living off others' charity while attacking the economic system that sustained him? A vision of perfect stasis and redistribution seems just the thing to appeal to a loafer trapped in a loveless marriage, squeezing out screeds in the British Library. One imagines he cut a truly pathetic figure, this armchair revolutionary raging against imaginary exploitation from his bourgeois cushion of other men's gains. No doubt had he ever tested his notions in the real world, marketplace realities would swiftly have illuminated their infantile nature. In the end, Capital stands as both a monument to grandiloquent bullshit masquerading as economic theory and a cautionary tale of what can happen when an insecure has-been's personal resentments are allowed to metastasize unchecked into a deadly pseudo-intellectual ideology. Thankfully, humanity's resilience and self-interest have so far withstood such misguided assaults on prosperity and progress. The dustbin of history eagerly awaits this dreary tome and the toxic visions within. Though as a warning to future ages, perhaps a single annotated copy preserved to showcase hubris's folly and the perils of marrying politics to bad faith, scholarship.